rocpodcasts.com.
Do you have a gag?
No.
He has no gag.
None.
Reflex.
Also none.
Well, here they come again. They heard that things were happening. With mics in front of faces, their lips begin to flapping. They talk about world and local news reports, and even Steph Michaels, cause she's a doggy whore. Cory says, man, it's a goddamn joke. Corruption is abundant and the POTUS is a hoax. Stacey says,
Man, I'd like to act, but Americans are lazier than most, that's fact.
so go get a bowl, a spoon, and some cereal, and sit your ass down. It's time for AirWreckRadio.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking, and thank you for choosing AirWreckRadio. We'd like to apologize in advance if there's any inconvenience caused, but we're going down. It is the 24th day of March. It's snowing outside.
It's the third day of spring.
Yes.
They tell us.
This is episode 46 of AirWreckRadio. I'm Cory.
And I'm Stacey.
And, I already did that part.
Yeah, you were about to do it again.
I have to do it again.
Very nice.
We have a special guest in studio this time around. And it's been a while since we've actually had a guest, so this is kind of fun.
We got special guests tonight. They're both wearing helmets, and one of them has a guitar, and I hear they're going to yell some songs at us.
Yes.
Great.
This is
folks,
my-
tonight with us, Uncle Fran's band.
Yes.
Say hello, Uncle Fran's band.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
And I got to tell you why these guys are special. I've been trying to get these freaking guys to come on our show for like, I don't know,
Months.
6 months.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there. I'll call you, Corey. I'll call you. I swear I will.
It'll happen. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure it was like a very half-assed effort on both parts. I think it was,
Yeah.
It was
At
like
first it was, and then Corey really started pushing. And I was
Well, all of a
just,
sudden I was like, I said, I'm done. What are you doing this Monday?
like, all right, fair enough. I have
there
no
you go.
plans.
that'll get it done.
To be fair, I think at any given time that conversation took place, we were all about 6 to 8 Yinglings deep. So
I think
Wait,
that at
or
least-
more.
I
I
can
think
neither
that at
confirm
any
nor
given
deny that.
time, at least half of this table is at least 6 to 8 beers in.
I guarantee you I'm not on Yinglings in, but
No,
that's,
no.
but we're at least 6 to 8 beers in. Well, we finally get the guys to come in studio, and I know them from the local watering hole where they have the weekly open mic night.
I think you should give the local watering hole a plug.
I think they should give the watering
Oh,
hole
there
a
you go.
plug while they
play
plug
there all the time.
themselves.
Oh, good call.
Uh,
Tell us about your band.
Tell us about your band, guys.
Well, that's funny that you mentioned the watering hole, because it all kind of started at Jeffrey's.
yeah.
I got the open mic gig there, good 2.5 years ago now. And I started out, and I asked the owner at the time, let's give this a chance. Talk to him about it, and he was like, "All right, let's do it." So I try one time, and I get up, sing one song, and all of a sudden, this guy over here, Mike, he's like, "Oh, dude, can I sing one with you?" And I was like, and I've never heard him sing before. It's like, "Oh yeah, go ahead."
Sure, go ahead.
Sure. I was like, "Oh god, this is gonna suck."
be fucking
It's
great.
called,
I was like-
it's called open mic night.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, this is
Did you
gonna
guys-
suck. And then all of a sudden, he just comes in with these perfect harmonies right behind me, and he's like, I was like, "Oh, you want a part?" And he's like, "No, I'll just join in." I was like, "Oh shit, he's gonna fuck me up." And then all of a sudden, he just joins in with this glorious harmonies. And we
I wish
just
I could remember
go from
what
there.
song it was, to be honest with you. But
Did
This
you guys
would
know
make it
each
really
other at
romantic.
any
Probably-
time?
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It might have been something like Wagon Wheel, but or like I don't know. I really don't remember. Probably actually, I would say Tom Petty.
Irrelevant.
Yeah.
You got to just make up a story you got to make up a song for the story
And sell it.
and sell
It was actually Afternoon Delight.
There you
There
go.
you go. All right.
Perfect.
Problem solved.
Did you guys know each other before?
Yeah, we
Like-
knew each other.
all right.
Like we were,
Like bar buddies or?
like mutual friend. We had mutual friends,
Okay.
What I knew most of him is that he
Yeah,
liked
we
to
had-
do turkey calls, when he got drunk.
we had
and things
a-
like that.
Yeah. We had a mutual train wreck of a friend. She kind of brought all of us hooligans together, and it's kind of where it took off. It's been no looking back since.
We
That's
should
cool.
get them on AirWreck.
Yeah.
They're
hooligan
train wreck.
friends.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
train wreck. So you guys, 2.5 years ago, you started at Jeffrey's.
Yep.
And you play there every week. What night is that?
Wednesday nights. It's
Wednesday
been
night.
going ever since.
Jeffrey's on the corner of Lehigh and East Henrietta Road.
Yep.
It started as a 7 to 10. Now it's more of a 7-ish to 11-ish
Yeah.
type of deal because
There's
Picked up
nothing
a
wrong
bit
with
later
that.
crowd,
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have developed quite the following over there too.
Yeah,
like
this-
you got a whole, you get like the whole half the bar is just all your little,
Yep.
little group there.
And it's
Now-
cool because people keep coming back and they keep getting better every week. So it's an awesome little thing to be
So
involved
it
with.
kind of evolves into sort of a jam.
At times, I mean,
Yeah.
you go so much, you know what everybody plays, you know who's comfortable
Right.
with who, and Mike and I are up there half the night just joining in, playing drums, singing, whatever.
That's
with
pretty
different
sweet,
people.
man.
Yeah,
You got, is there any bank in that, or is this like a 4 beers or whatever? for
good
something to
enough.
do? Yeah.
yeah,
All
good
right.
enough to keep coming back. Yeah,
That's
it's good.
cool.
Couple of scoots, couple of drinks, I'm sure. At least one on the house.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
cool if it's not getting you anything but just somewhere to play. That's cool.
Well, one of the
Right.
neat things
Here,
about
you
it,
know.
one of the neat things about it too that we've noticed a couple times, and Joel can certainly speak to this, and for ourselves and other people that have come up for the open mic night, is you land a lot of outside business from it. Also,
Yeah.
you get that right person that's sitting in the crowd, and we've landed stuff for local fire departments. We've played at Nashville's now because of the start we had at Jeffrey's when
That's
they
pretty
changed
good. Yeah.
over.
Yeah, a lot of the
And-
music you guys play would fit right in at Nashville.
Well, and a couple
We-
of the
we
other
would've
people
saw
that,
them.
a couple of the other people that have came up
Oh,
and
that's right, they
played
would
have subsequently landed gigs and so on. So it's good for everybody else too, not just us.
that's cool, man.
Yeah, it's a neat opportunity to get out and strut your stuff.
Every Wednesday at Jeffrey's. That's way better than karaoke.
I agree.
That's way better than karaoke.
and you guys got a couple of other like weekly gigs too, right? That you do every week or
I've
every
been
other
starting to
week or
do
something?
every other week at the Beal,
At the Beal,
down
okay.
on the South Wedge.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
on
love that
Mondays,
place.
first and third Mondays. Yeah, delicious
Fantastic
food.
They have
Oh.
great food. A little pricey.
It's a nice little
but, man,
setting
it's good
too.
food.
Like that's a little more quaint,
Yeah.
almost coffee shop like, but not quite. But
Blues Club.
yeah, well they have
It's
blues on
definitely a
Thursdays there
blues-looking
too. Our
club.
buddy John does that, and
Oh yeah.
yeah. So it's a good joint.
So
I'm going to ask you for the record. I know you're going to play a little tune for us.
they don't have a record yet.
For our record.
Oh.
You're going to play a little tune for us. Can we use that in the future for, bumps, promos, drops? Nothing that costs any money. Just
Yeah,
Just
do
for
whatever you want with it.
our production value.
Also to talk shit
course.
about when you guys aren't here.
Yeah, that also
Awesome.
helps. Yeah,
I like that.
give us at least 20 minutes of radio there.
Yeah.
So you guys got one you can play for us?
Yeah, what do you feel like doing, Mike?
Absolutely. I don't know. Tickle up some strings quick, and we'll come up with something.
All right, this is a good go-to. Let me give it some volume.
This one's by Marshall Tucker.
I'm gonna take a freight train down to the station, Lord. I don't care where to go. I'm gonna climb the mountain, the highest mountain, Lord. Jump off, ain't nobody gonna know. Can't you see? Can't you see? Lord, can't you see what that woman has been doing to me? I'm gonna find me a hole in the wall. I'm gonna crawl inside and die. You're Can't you see? Can't you see? Lord, can't you see what that woman has been doing to me? Can't you see? Can't you see? Lord, can't you see what that woman has been doing to me? Ticket as far as I can, and I ain't never coming back. Gonna take a southbound all the way to Georgia, Lord, till the train run out of track. Can't you see? Can't you see? Lord, can't you see what that woman's been doing to me? Can't you see? Can't you see? Lord, can't you see what that woman's been doing to me?
Mike and Joel from the Uncle Fran's band.
Thank you.
That's terrific. That's very nice. Yeah, I want to clap. Too.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
clapping a
Oh,
lot.
that's because you
I'll
were
do
too
it
late.
slow and sarcastic, like very nice boys.
You were too late. I was all on the approval and shit.
was
Very
awesome.
nice. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Got to apologize for the skin flute instrument to start and end that song.
Dude,
it's always
totally
difficult on a new mic. You can't tell when you're blowing across it, and you hear that.
Oh, that's why there's windscreens. It's all right.
I know it's going to come through the headphones pretty well. We'll see how it is when we post it.
In which case, we can always fix it.
Yeah.
There
Excellent.
you go.
Excellent.
I think it sounded good, man. I think it sounded great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sounded good to me. What was I going to ask? I had a question, Fred, for this.
I don't know. Why don't we just let them play the rest of the night and we'll take the night off?
All right, sounds good. We're out of here. So now that the people got a taste, where else can the people see you besides the Beal twice a month and Jeffries? Do you guys have any gigs out there?
We had a very busy month of March.
Okay.
So we just ended up this weekend. We played the Country Dung Come to Town tour.
Okay.
It was their last stop over at Nashville. We actually opened Friday and Saturday. We've been busy. We went down to Bolivar. We played at Letchworth Pines down in Portageville. And so we're actually kind of taking a break April. We have one gig, though, April 11th at Nashville's. We're playing at...
Oh, that's right around the corner.
Yeah, right. 5:30, 8:30, nice little happy hour gig. Just the two of us. We're warming up, and then there's another band after us. And then, kind of like I said, we'll have the weekly Jeffries and the first and third Monday at the Beal.
At the Beal.
Yeah, and then May we're actually opening up for I think it's Big Eyed Fish, right?
Yep.
The Dave Matthews cover band.
Yep.
On May 9th.
Oh.
Yeah,
Very cool.
I'm pretty pumped for that.
That's gonna be
very
quite
cool.
a crowd.
You know, that's right around the
That's-
corner of my
gonna be
birthday.
awesome.
You might have
That's
to give me the
pretty cool.
information
Yeah.
for that. I might have to go
I
check
will.
that out.
I will.
Where did you say
Bring
that
your
was gonna
ganja.
be?
So that's going to be
Do
at
it.
Nashville's as well.
Yep.
And we're playing 7 to 10, and then they're going on right around 10:30. So that'll be good. I'm pretty pumped. I mean,
Yeah, that's
I love
pretty
Dave
awesome.
Matthews.
At
So
Nashville's, man, I think I'm going to go to that.
yeah,
Yeah, let's do it, brother.
and then that's going to be a good gig too because we actually have one of my college buddies down. I went down to Slippery Rock down in Pennsylvania. Is where I'm from, Pennsylvania. he's actually coming up that weekend too. So we're gonna have a little trio going. So it'll be a special treat: 2 guitars, some drums in there and everything. So
Very
it'll be
cool.
a sweet time.
Nice.
That's very, very cool.
Yeah.
Are you guys looking to add like permanent drums or anything like that, or just whatever happens?
I think. I know
you
say
guys-
it strictly for myself. I mean, I think it's been really good the way it has. I mean, I think that we've got enough connections now and made enough friends, certainly through different facets that we could expand if we wanted to.
Yeah.
And we have in certain circumstances
Right.
during
Yeah.
summertime gigs and stuff, added other people to make it a 4-piece or 5-piece band. It's turned out really well, but I think that
We have a lot of fun as the two of us.
we
That's
do.
a cool way to be.
And
I really
we
like
have a
that.
rapport too, where I just get going and just Mike follows right in.
I know
and
where he's going to be. He knows
Yeah.
where I'm going to
Yeah.
be.
It's pretty awesome.
It's-
Like, if anything, we had a drummer like every once in a while, like like percussion, like hand drums type stuff.
I saw
Yeah,
that.
I would
when
say
the
the
first
doing
time
the
I saw
phone,
drums,
yeah.
yeah.
And so if anything, we might add that every once in a while, but for the most part, I mean, we like just jamming the two of us, and we literally can go 10 songs in a row, not stopping, and not even catch a breath.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Probably the least important portion of it to us is the business side of it, though, too. And I think that when you do that acoustic 2-piece or 3-piece, even if we did add, a drummer on for one night or something, it's so much of a niche thing.
Yeah.
You fit in so well at certain places that don't want all that loud
Right.
sound.
Oh yeah, man. Just
You know?
a guitar and
Yeah.
two guys singing, man.
Yep.
It's,
Yeah.
It's perfect.
You fill the
It
room
sells
pretty
well.
well.
It sells well.
Well, because we like to focus on our harmonies, and that
Yeah.
gets people going just as much as a full band. And
Dude,
lots of
yeah.
times,
It's a tough thing.
bars
to find
can't
these
handle
days.
a full band, you know.
And you can get a
and that's
lot
the type
out
of
just
gigs that we
yeah.
like. So
And I'm usually a softer, smoother, more melodic music kind of guy anyways.
see,
So I like it when there's just a couple acoustic acoustic guitar singer.
He's a big John Denver fan.
Yeah, oh god, yeah.
Everybody's a John Denver fan. They just don't know it.
West Virginia.
especially if you show up at like a bar sometime and like it is a smaller joint, and the full band is going, and you're not drunk. It's just like,
Yes.
oh, my
Loud.
eardrums,
One of the ways it's
You're
really-
a few beers in, you don't care.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the ways it's really worked out for us too, and it's going along that niche thing, being part of that Country Done Come to Town tour thing, and just to kind of elaborate a little bit on what that is.
Yeah,
and
what is
What
that?
Joel said about it. It's really been an amazing opportunity for us, but it's a really amazing opportunity for local singers and local people. It's kind of geared more towards the country, obviously, side of things.
It's all
I
local
would
country
Southern rock.
acts from Rochester, Buffalo,
Yeah.
surrounding areas.
Okay.
Yep. And we're all just a bunch of misfits to get together and have a good time, and we please the masses. I mean, I think that weekend show we did Friday and Saturday night, and I'd be lying if I said there was probably less than 150 people in that place each night.
Oh, that's
it
pretty
was-
awesome.
It was packed. Absolutely packed.
Oh, I'd say much more than that.
yeah, probably
Yeah.
more.
It was about 200 to 300 at least at a time.
Yeah, I mean, it was
It was pretty cool.
really jam packed in there. It's a really awesome opportunity for people to come out and see what local music is out there, and for local musicians to kind of strut their stuff and get a chance to play for the masses and really see what that's like. Because I mean, we've played for some decent sized crowds now, but for people that haven't before, it can be intimidating, but at the same time, it's an awesome, awesome feeling to
When
just
people,
party.
More
that many
energy.
people start singing along with you,
Yeah.
and you just get going. Like you're on cloud 9 at that point.
There's a lot of energy there.
Yeah.
All right, I got 2 questions for you.
I had a follow up for that one.
Oh, hurry up. Go ahead.
Do you ever get lost when there's a bunch of people singing?
As in, like in the song,
Like, do you ever get lost? Like, do you lose your place?
When
You
they're
know
all
what?
drunk at the bar.
Like, you ever accidentally
Singing
start
we
Piano
mess up,
Man.
but we're very good at recovering.
Okay.
Like we'll
Just
get
keep playing,
we'll,
just
we'll
keep
look at
playing.
each other and kind of giggle a little, when we stumble on our words. But I have to say we're pretty decent at
Hope that
least.
nobody
you know.
realized.
Yeah, you look around, try and catch some faces. Most people don't catch it. Some people do, but for the most part, I mean, you just kind of get caught up in the moment, and it works for your benefit.
The
almost.
people
the
that
adrenaline starts going.
The people that catch that kind of thing are usually probably musicians.
Yeah, and they just laugh at you, and
They
you
are-
laugh right back.
They understand what just happened.
Yeah.
They've been through
They've
that
done it.
too.
Dude, if a bunch of people were singing the song, I would totally lose my place.
I think I've done it for so many years now that like it's second wind, even like in college when you're at a party and you're just playing songs for hours and hours, and been doing that for so long now that I don't think about it as anymore. It's muscle memory for
Yeah,
me.
absolutely. No, I completely understand. I'm going to ask you the super softball question, and this is an attempt to disarm you so that I can ask you the more personal question afterwards. Exactly.
Fire away.
Favorite song to play? Not as a band. Each.
Like solo, you mean?
Yeah, like what's your favorite song to play? I mean, you can play it as a band, but
I
what's your
gotta
personal
say-
favorite and your personal favorite?
I got to say, my personal favorite would probably be Fergalicious.
All right, I'll take it.
I'm totally not joking. I'm just kidding. I got to think on that one. I'm going to let Joe go on that one first because
I was gonna say I can say what I like to hear him sing most.
All right,
is,
what's that?
House of the Rising Sun.
we're getting
Oh, word.
Getting
We're
weird
getting real
there.
personal.
Yeah.
We're getting a little- now we're getting to get your hand off my thigh.
Sorry.
No, I like singing. Long Haired Country Boy. That's my
All right,
favorite to sing.
yeah,
Yeah, it's an excellent song. I too like that one. The one we just did is one of my favorite ones. It's one of the newer ones that we learned. It's right along with the kind of stuff that I grew up to.
That's I like that for that same reason too.
That I mean, I grew up to the Eagles. My personal upbringing when I was, really into music and stuff was centered around Alice in Chains. So I really love to do a lot of Alice in Chains and stuff like that too. I guess would be some of my favorite stuff. But
All right, I'm going to take everything he just said and write it down as Alice in Chains because I liked that.
I gotta think you don't get a lot of opportunity to play a bunch of Alice in Chains.
open mic night, brother. That's what
You
it's
should
all
hear
about.
him and his brother wail
That's
on
what
him.
it's all
man.
about.
They play every single one of the Unplugged. You ever seen?
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Every single one of those songs, basically.
Do you?
And they rock. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
More personal question: with all the talent that's sitting across from the table for me, you told me that you'd only do covers. Why no original music? If you don't
I've-
mind answering,
I've
a personal
written
question.
a few songs back in the day. Like back in the day when I was in high school, probably about 2 or 3 when I was in college, and I think 1 after college. And it's just like, you get caught up in the hustle and bustle, and it's very easy to just push back, for this reason or another. And it's hard,
It takes
to be
a lot.
honest.
Right,
It's
yeah.
very
It's
difficult.
a difficult thing to do, and you got to be in the right place, and you almost have to have a lot of time. Like the best time I ever had writing a song was I went to go visit my sister one time, and she was working. So like during the day, she's down in Virginia, so I just went to the beach, sat on a dock all day long, and just wrote a song.
Oh, that'll do it.
Sitting
Yeah.
on the dock of
Right?
the bay.
I actually played that song while I was on the dock.
He stole Otis Redding's jam.
Yeah, totally
I
ripped it
wrote
up.
this.
But then I never
I'd be okay
finished
with
it,
it.
and I never play it. So.
I think in order for me to answer that question, and not to butt in, but I think there's an obvious easy answer to that question, and I think that's the one that everybody would gravitate to, and it's time. But I don't think that's really necessarily the truth. If you have songwriting within you and that's what you want to do, you have it or you don't. I mean, I personally wouldn't be able to string together words with chords and make it make sense, I don't think.
Well, I think for Mike too, like he doesn't play an instrument, so
Okay.
like that's tough when you're just
Yeah.
going off vocals. Like,
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
a little easier
Right.
when you
When you
you
can
make up a
visualize
little
what
chord
you're gonna-
progression
yeah.
you like, and then you go from there. But I mean, if you're
Yeah.
thinking just off vocals, that'd be rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Absolutely.
Yep. I think the real answer to it though is dedication. I might be speaking for myself when I say this, but I think the amount of work that Joel and I do right now and the time that we dedicate to it is just as much as I want it to be.
Well, it sounds like you're
We're
pretty
busy boys, yeah.
With,
we're
We got a
busy.
lot of stuff outside of this too. So.
right. I mean, yeah. Obviously, this isn't your paying gig, like your
Exactly.
day to day. You
Yeah.
know,
The 9-to-5er, yeah.
right.
Yep. So I think as far as the amount of work you're willing to put into it and just how far you really believe in yourself and going, I'm happy where I am. I don't ever want to go really much farther than what we're doing.
Hey, man, I'm happy where you are too.
And that is in the Hideaway Studios with AirWreckRadio.
Yeah.
You guys got maybe another song in you could trade us to?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, we'll do a country tune for you.
Ah, sounds good to me.
She likes whiskey with her water. She starts dancing when the stars come out. She ain't your typical preacher's daughter. She'll leave you dreaming, yeah, there ain't no doubt. There's a little bit of devil in her angel eyes. She's a little bit of heaven with a wild side. She's got a rival on a country mile wide. There's a little bit of devil in her angel eyes. There's a little bit of devil in her angel eyes.
Saturday night she's rocking out by the bonfire, flirting from that tailgate and cranking up the dial. Come Sunday morning she'll be singing with the choir, driving me crazy with that kiss me smile. There's a little bit of devil in her angel eyes. She's a little bit of heaven with a wild side. She's got a ramble on a country mile wide. There's a little bit of devil in her angel eyes. There's a little bit of devil in her angel eyes. And I can't stop wondering what it would feel like to hold her all night. She's got that something, that sexy innocence. She must be heaven sent. There's a little bit of devil in her angel eyes. She's a little bit of heaven with a wild side. She's got a ramble on a country mile wide. There's a little bit of devil in her angel eyes. There's a little bit of devil in her angel eyes. She's a little bit of heaven with a wild side. She's got a ramble on a country mile wide. There's a little bit of devil in her angel eyes. There's a little bit of devil in her, in those angel eyes.
God damn it, that's sweet.
Thank you.
That one's by Love and Theft.
Yeah, we
You guys
like doing
wanna-
that
Very
one.
good, very good.
Why don't you guys come back next week and do this again?
Yeah, that's why we can do less work.
All right, so can you tell us again where we can see you?
Yeah.
Every Wednesday at Jeffrey's, we got that.
Every Wednesday at Jeffrey's. First and third Mondays down at the Beale, down the South Wedge on South Ave. We got April 11th, which is a 5:30, 8:30, or 6 to 9 happy hour gig at Nashville's down at West Henrietta Road and the Days Inn there. And then we got May 9th, which is at Nashville's as well. We're opening up for Big Eyed Fish, the Dave Matthews cover band. And that's 7 to 10. And then we also got, we'll have a lot more. We're just,
Well, it's the
starting to book.
season's just
Yeah,
getting
exactly.
started. Yeah.
We got some over at CB Brewcrafters coming this summer. I got 2 solo gigs that are just little happy hour things, and then Mike and I are playing a full party July 5th.
On Hyundai Falls there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in Hyundai Falls. I don't
Nice.
know where you're
That's a
playing.
great area. And
Yeah.
great beer.
Fantastic.
And where can they get a hold of you for booking opportunities should somebody want to book you?
The best thing, go right on our Facebook page, and I'm sure you guys can put a link to there.
definitely
Yeah.
can, yep.
And I think my email and I think even my phone number is on there as well.
Yeah, it's real easy.
And,
If you just check out Facebook, which most everybody has one these days, facebook.com/Uncle Fran's Band. You can catch us on there. You'll see pictures of our 2 beautiful faces. It
Hubba, hubba.
And I
shouldn't
will
be
put-
hard to find either one of us on that page either if you want to check with us directly.
All right, and I'll put that information up on the AirWreckRadio.com
Yeah.
website.
I was gonna say, speaking of that, we kind of started at the end of the summer last year doing private parties, which we love doing because
Oh, hell yeah.
we're cheaper compared to most DJs or full bands, and we love to party. So
How many songs? are in
So
your,
send a message to get a quote.
right?
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many songs do you think you guys got in your set list roughly?
I
don't
mean, if we
expect you to tell
played
me
if we
exact.
played every song, at least 60 to 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least.
It's tough
And-
to put a number on it, I guess would be
Oh,
my
yeah,
answer.
it sure is,
It's-
yeah.
Well,
it's
I kind of know
probably
because we
4
used
hours
to.
at least
I
of
used to
material.
count, and we were around 50, and that was a good year and a half ago. So we're probably pretty deep now.
Man, I know 9 songs.
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
Oh, I started somewhere about 15 years ago. And now I know 9 songs.
I'll tell you what, the open mic helped the most because I was going every week, and I didn't want to keep playing the same stuff every week.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
that's how
It's
it grew
funny. It's
because I
funny.
probably knew only about 15 to 20 at that point.
It's really funny, too, because you catch yourself listening to stuff that people are playing. You're like, man, I want to play that song.
Yeah.
So you find yourself playing around with it, and then you might go up to them the next week and say, hey, listen, do you mind if we do a rendition of that? Or the beautiful thing about open mic night, and I think I think you can certainly attest to this, is it's not just a set person up there on the microphone. It very much becomes a jam type thing.
Yeah.
One person wants to jump up on the drums while somebody's playing, and somebody thinks that they can jump up. I'm guilty of this all the time, jumping up and helping somebody sing harmonies behind their voice, and that's the neat thing about that open mic for anybody that's a little bit lacking the courage, so to speak.
The exact situation. It was some young lady, and she was singing, but she just didn't have the courage to put any power into it. And you got up behind her and started singing with her and helped her kind of scoot it up a little bit.
That's nice.
Push it up just a little bit.
Strength in numbers.
What time does that start at Jeffrey's?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock?
Yep.
To 11-ish.
Yep.
Again, good food, good drink specials. Bartender's got big boobs, so it's always good.
Yes, all of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, all of them. All of it.
All of her boobs are nice.
All of the tits.
Even Kurt.
All right. So could we ask you guys to give us one more song and play yourselves out?
Of course. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, folks. This has been Uncle Fran's band. We're going to go to break after they finish. What are you guys going to play?
You want to do some 90s?
Yeah, let's do some 90s. Yes, that one. She said it's cold outside and she handed me my raincoat. She's always worried about things like that. She said it's all gonna end and it might as well be my fault. She only sleeps when it's raining, and she screams and her voice is straining. She says, baby, it's 3 a.m., I must be lonely. When she says, baby, I can't help but be scared of it all. Sometimes rain's gonna wash away, I believe it. She's got a little bit of something, God is better than nothing. And in a color portrait world, she believes that she's got it all. She swears the moon don't hang quite as high as it used to. She only sleeps when it's raining. She screams and her voice is straining. She says, baby, it's 3 a.m., I must be lonely. When she says, baby, I can't help but be scared of it all. Sometimes rain's gonna wash away, I believe it. She believes that life is made of all that you're used to. And the clock on the wall was been stuck on 3 for days and days. She thinks that happiness and madness is on her doorway. But outside it stops raining. Yeah, when she says, baby, it's 3 a.m., I must be lonely. When she says, baby, I can't help but be scared of it all. Sometimes rain's gonna wash away, I believe it.
Get this, folks. You will actually get paid just for coming to see the live Rock Podfest show March 28th and 29th. WiseJackCooking.com has promised to give every single person who comes and sits in the audience at Rock Podfest 2014 a free 3-month membership. That's right, free to the revolutionary online meal plan service. Okay, check it out. 8 world-class executive chefs. They've cooked for royalty or they've won Chopped on the Food Network. They've done it all. The chefs create themed weekly meal plans. Regular dudes test the recipes and prove they're totally doable by pretty much anyone. It's all served up in a very manly online platform with shopping lists, how-to help, and a boatload of bonus extras on bacon, hiking, craft beers, wine pairings, movies, and more from the same guys who did the Wise Jack Man's Cookbook. It's WiseJackCooking.com. And you get all of this, the whole thing, for 3 months for free. Nothing to buy, just for coming by the Rock Podfest. So thanks to the good people at WiseJackCooking.com for supporting the show and making sure everybody who comes to Rock Podfest gets paid.
Hey everybody, welcome back to AirWreckRadio. Boy, I hope you enjoyed our time with Uncle Fran's band. We, I think, are definitely going to have them back in here again because they were just a hoot and a holler.
And a how many hoots?
And some of those as well. So, Cory, you were a busy beaver last week. Stepping out, I heard.
Yeah, stepping out.
I heard you stepping out on me.
Yes.
You cheating slutbag.
Yes, I stepped on down to the suburbs.
Yeah?
To visit Jay and Ace.
At the Mental Overload Show.
At the Mental Overload Show. TheMentalOverloadshow.com.
I listened to that show today.
Yes? How was it?
I thought it was pretty good, man. I definitely, it was boy, I don't know if they were trying to be less attention deficit because of Podfest, like they said, or if it was because they had a guest in to help, like, stabilize them. But...
And I felt like I was being like a curmudgeon at times. I felt like I was being the boring guy.
Well, you're the white guy in the room. So you're, by default, you're going to be the boring one.
The boring
who can't
guy,
dance.
With the zany guys, you know what I mean? And they're talking about I don't remember what it was, but they were talking about something, and I was like, but it's not funny because
I know exactly what it was because I just listened to it today. They were talking about fun ethnic names to call people of Hispanic descent that included 2 words that I'm not going to say. And you weren't going to say them either.
And it was shit, I just had it and I lost it.
What?
Oh man. It was Jay was asking why babies are born all feeble and stupid.
Yeah, you fielded that question very well for our listeners.
Like, well, I kind of know the answer. This is why.
Cory, I heard you answer that question, and I could add to it. And I thought all day about how to add to it. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought my addition doesn't really add anything to what you see. You had a very good, very complete answer. Would you tell us?
For our listeners, your addition would help. Maybe not so much for theirs.
Yeah.
Basically,
why babies are born useless.
Human babies are born useless because the human mind evolved percentage-wise to the body much bigger, and thus there's not as much storage room in the womb of the average woman, so they have to be born earlier and then develop outside of the womb.
And that just about nails it. The only thing that I would add to that is that there were large-brained primates that had much more capable births than humans have. What really sets us back is the fact that we have an upright an upright standing. So our hips are shaped differently, and the birth canal in human women is too narrow to allow a solid head.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why our babies are. But that adds to.
See, like that add-on works on our show.
Yeah. Well, I would have called in, but I would have called in, but like our show, their show is a podcast, and so calling in is really not.
They do have a call-in line.
Do they?
Yeah.
I didn't listen live, so it wouldn't have mattered. I would have just phone would have just rang and rang on Match.
Do you have?
Did you have fun with them?
Oh God, it was great.
Yeah,
it was great. I had a lot of. I was like, we did an hour, and I wanted to do more.
I heard that you, while you didn't mention the specific name of the beer that you switched to, you did mention that it was 55-calorie beer, and
yes,
our listeners will know that there's only one of those. Corey, you drank my Kool-Aid.
Yes, I did.
You're drinking the Kool-Aid.
I did. No, what I did was I stepped on a friggin' scale, and I weigh 300 pounds.
Oh, my goodness. Perhaps you need to just cut the Kool-Aid out and go straight to water.
I haven't had soda in 9 days.
Is that a fact? High five, bro. High five
All
for the
right.
mics.
Air five.
No, real asshat.
And
none.
I've been none.
None.
Zero.
Wow.
No, that's a lie. I'm lying. I had a Diet Dr. Pepper.
That tastes
with
more
lunch.
like regular Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like 2 days after I started this.
Especially it tastes more like regular Dr. Pepper than Sprite does.
But 0 calories and all that bullshit. So maybe it's a little squeak there. A little squeak room by there a little bit. But cut out. I'm on a 2,000 calorie a day diet. And I joined a gym, and I've been doing yoga on the days that I'm too sore to go to the gym.
How's the gym working out? I know that you joined that hateful purple and yellow place.
Yes.
That I recently quit. How do you like all the TVs, Corey? Isn't that a little fucking overwhelming?
Don't care. Stare directly ahead at me.
Fuck, but there's a TV right there. Do you use one of the treadmills or anything like that, or you just
Yes, but
go
I
through
turn
the weights and
I
shit?
do use the treadmill. I turn it off. When I use the recumbent
I always
bike,
did that too. I shut the TV off on the treadmill.
When I use the recumbent bike, I just watch the little thing instead of looking up the screen on the bike.
Yeah.
And I wear my headphones.
Yeah.
While I do it. And the weights, you can pretty much stare at the weights in front of you without looking. I mean, sometimes I look up and watch
weights
the news.
is, yeah.
But it doesn't bother me too much. What bothers me is that I have no hair, and I can't wear any kind of head covering other than a baseball cap they don't fit me correctly.
Why don't you wear a beanie? Are you talking
can't.
about why not?
It's dress code.
What?
Dress code. Yeah.
Oh my God. What?
So I have nothing to wick away the sweat from my head.
They don't.
'Cause
I
I
was
have
a
no
member
hair.
at that gym for 2 years. I had no idea.
Well, yeah. Well,
What a
they also
stupid
told
thing.
me you can't work out in jeans, and I saw like 3 people there.
Yeah,
in
they're
jeans,
really.
so
They really give a shit about what
Well,
their
the
members are doing.
The 17-year-old behind the counter was really going to stop me anyway.
Right, right. Listen, homie, I pay $15 a month for this shit. You ain't telling me what's up. Tell you what's up.
What's up, little motherfucker?
What's up is my head is sweaty, and I need a fucking do-rag.
Bitch. Gym mirrors make you feel fat. Might not be the gym mirrors. It might be the skinny people at the gym making you feel fat.
That could be any of those two things.
I blame the mirrors.
I like the mirrors though. At gyms, I definitely like the mirrors.
I tried to avoid them.
Yeah,
at all costs.
Hey man,
even the one in the locker room.
When I started working out, like initially, years ago, I definitely did not like the mirrors. But if you just stick with it for like that first month, 2 months, you'll learn to like the mirrors too, because you're like, man, I fit in just one of these now.
Well, as you know from knowing me for so long, if I set my mind to something, I get obsessive. So I'm pretty sure I can stick with it for a while.
Good.
Yeah.
I hope so, man. I hope so. I fucking like working out, and I hate that I stopped for so long.
I can tell you my arms are like Jell-O.
Yeah.
Jell-O.
It's a good feeling, though.
I woke up this morning, I was like, that's not too bad. And then I was holding the iPad at work today.
It started
And I was
getting heavy
like,
on you. You got to do some iPad reps, dude. So, you grab here's what you do. You lay down on a bench with an iPad, and you hold it directly above your chest. Now you're laying back flat on the bench, and you hold your iPad above your chest, and then raise it up over your head, and then bring it back.
Okay, now how am I supposed to jerk off?
I I guess you could use one arm for the iPad.
Otherwise, have you tried to hold an iPad with one hand? It's a little difficult.
No, I haven't. Actually, I don't know if I've ever actually held an iPad.
You should do that. It's an experience. It's an experience like sucking dicks, apparently.
Yeah, no.
That's what I'm told.
Good.
That's what I'm told.
I'm all set on both of those things.
Yeah, so your gym, very expensive, very homey. My gym, the complete opposite of that.
When you say homey, I want to be clear. It's like down home. Not like... not the other kind of
Not
homie.
like, yo, homie.
Yo, homie.
But, and I don't like the fact that I can't grunt at all. There's the no grunt lunk alarm.
Yeah.
And I get what they're going for.
Oh, do you work out up front on the free weights?
I use the tensioner machines. Tensioner machines.
The big overhead
And
jobbies.
I work my left arm with a little bit light free weight.
Yeah.
Because it's behind my right arm because of my
Because
accident
all
years
you're
ago.
jerking off.
Yeah, that's it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
his accident years ago was when he beat it too hard, ripped off the skin, and got some in his own eye.
yeah, that's okay.
It was the weirdest 911 call
Ever.
we have the tape somewhere.
If we had been doing this then, we would have gotten the tape. I would have told you what. But like I get what they're going for. They're getting to fight they're trying to make it not like a musclehead gym.
I hate
with
that
the guys
place.
that drop their gym. Well, I get what they're going for. But
But they don't get it. That's
a
not,
little bit of it's good for you.
That place is full of broke-ass meatheads. Let me tell you something about a broke-ass meathead. Motherfucker ain't got no common sense. He doesn't understand, like... It's just they're just doing something wrong. I don't like that place at all.
I don't blame you for liking it. It feels very corporate and cold.
But the price point, quite terrific.
Is why I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, man, for walking in the door, it's a nice place to get started at, and if you get sick of it, you go pay more somewhere else. Mm-hmm. And that's just the truth of things. They're never going to run out of people at $15 or $10 on a membership.
And maybe I'll go somewhere with the nice hot tub with the whirlpool.
Yeah.
I could use the whirlpool in my life.
So while you were busy playing podcaster with the Mental Overload show, I was busy attending big podcast meetings and such.
Yeah,
things.
you've been lifting the lifting the weights on the meeting end of things.
Yeah, man. I went to we had a meeting for Podfest. It was the last meeting, and we got to hear some of what everybody's going to be doing in their 15-minute shows. Folks, I want to take a quick second to remind you, Podfest is this Friday and Saturday. That's March 28th and 29th at the Record Archive, the place to go.
The Record Archive is the place to go.
After the meeting, we went there to because I wanted to check out the venue and stuff. I'd never been into the Record Archive before. I'd never been
Really?
there. I had no idea.
Oh, I love the place.
That place is awesome. It is a museum for music. It's folks.
And it's organized.
Go to the Record Archive. I don't care if you go because Podfest is going on. Go to the Record Archive.
Right.
That's a cool place, and there's no stores like... I didn't know stores like that were still around. But if you're going to go to the Record Archive, please do it Friday or Saturday.
All right, this hippie might not care whether you go to the podcast fest, but I do. You can free love and happiness your music history all you want after you check us out at the Podfest. Damn dirty hippies.
Whatever. You'll be able to see Friday night, the night that we're on. We're on at I think we're on at 7:15. Friday night, you will see us starting at 6 p.m. You will see the Paul Townsley show,
which I'm very excited to see.
You will also see Letterheads, of all people. Then you will see our friends, Second Prince. You know we love Second Prince, and we know you love Second Prince. So make sure you're there in time to see them. I think they're on at 7.
And if you don't love them, you better get your ass down there, get on your knees, and love them at least once.
After that will be some show with 3 words in their name, AirWreckRadio.
With 3 words but no spaces.
They're distinctly different than us, who is 1 word. After us will be Shoot to Thrill, featuring the Podfather himself, Vinnie Paulino.
I do feel a little bit like we're opening for Shoot to Thrill.
I do too. I feel perfectly okay. Well, he drew it. This was lots, but after Shoot to Thrill is the Straight from the Underground 2.0 hip-hop extravaganza for an hour. You're going to hear a lot of local hip-hop on Friday night. Saturday,
Yay! Local hip hop.
I like hip-hop.
I know. I know.
I know. It's not for everybody. It's not
just
my
picking.
favorite kind of music, but I
I'm
do
just
like
picking.
some hip-hop, and I'm really looking forward to being there.
Me too. I'm just picking. A concert's a concert. Free concerts are
Absolutely.
better
It's less of a concert, though, because there won't actually
He's
be
DJing. It's a
hip-hoppers. Is that...
He's DJing. That's a concert.
All right, that might be true.
That's very true.
I don't know.
What do you think Skrillex? How has Skrillex been making money?
Cory, let me tell you all the things I know about Skrillex, and I'm done.
Boatloads of money. Boatloads.
Saturday from 6 to 9, you will see Don't Know Why, another podcast featuring Vinnie Paulino.
And Mike Berry, local funny man.
In this instance, Vinnie Paulino and Mike Berry are opening up for Cory and Buck.
Yeah, that one's going to be fun, too.
A Podcast is second up Saturday, so get there 6 o'clock if you want to see A Podcast. If you want to get there earlier than that, you'll see AirWreckRadio recording a live show.
I think I figured out what we're doing for the A Podcast 15 minutes.
Well, don't spoil it here
Well, I'm
unless
not
you
going
want
to tell
to.
them. No.
Oh, well, tell me. I won't tell them.
All right. Did you hear that?
No.
Okay, move on.
Were you thinking it at me?
Yes.
That must be what your thoughts sound like to you, too. After A Podcast will be Average White Men. After that is Mental Overload. You're going to love their 15 minutes.
Oh, that's going to be so much fun. Listen to
if
the
you
wiggle.
don't love their 15 minutes, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Then the Lost Cosmonauts. The Show Zone, the SCO Zone. Schofield.
SCO Zone.
The sports show that's
Unbelievable sports show.
absolutely awesome.
He's especially if you have a pettance for gambling.
I don't even like sports or gambling. That show is awesome.
It's pretty good.
Sound of Tomorrow. They're a ton of fun. They're going to be the second to last. After them is Under the Skin TV. Now I understand that they're going to have a dildo.
A what now?
A dildo.
A what now?
I don't know what that is.
Are they going to use it on Ricky?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, Ricky, I know you like this intern thing, dude, but...
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Oh, God. Poor Ricky!
After that is going to be an hour-long local vocals show featuring a bunch of your local friendly bands performing live, I believe.
Really?
I think so. You know what? I don't know that enough to say it, but I think so.
You just took a stab there, didn't you?
I'm pretty sure that it's going to be live, but it might just be recorded. But
There
I'm
might
pretty
be some
sure
live recorded music going on
I'm
here.
pretty sure it's going to be live music. I guess it would be nice if I had known that ahead of time, and I probably should have asked that question directly, but I didn't.
But you didn't.
But I didn't. So remember, that's Friday and Saturday. Please come on down. The Record Archive is an awesome place to go.
The commercial said it's the place to go.
It is a cool ass music store. They got posters and like old toys and shit. They got all kinds of cool campy shit. It smells like patchouli oil in there. It's like a head shop.
Oh yeah,
dude. They got music on like little disky things.
Like disky things?
Yeah, they don't sell any MP3s there. I was very confused.
They had them on little disky things and big disky things.
Yeah, big black ones. I don't know what those are for, but I bet the guy from straight from the underground will show me. So that's going to be Podfest, and boy, it's going to be an experience.
You didn't say what kind of experience.
That's because I don't know yet. I'm going into
right.
this with some trepidation, you know.
Oh, okay. Shaking in your boots.
Well, shaking is a strong word.
Grandma's panties.
More like, it's more like a vibration in my boots that's causing my laces to come slowly untied, but
Okay, gotcha.
not really a shaking in the boots.
You just need to do me a favor and not hang yourself with those laces.
Will do my best.
Please. Well, I mean, if you're going to do it, don't let me stop you. You're a free human being. But if you do...
I don't think these things have like the test structure for that. I don't think. Not 200-pound test sneakers.
Do you want to do any headlines?
Would you like a headline?
Why don't we just get into headline news and move on?
Well, then why don't we get into headline news, folks? It's time for headline news.
Headline news.
That's right. Headline news.
Do you have anything? You're looking at me like, what are you doing?
Listen, man, there's not really, when it comes to like the big social changes that I really, get really hard up about, the social issue news, there's not really a whole bunch of that going on right now. So, my headline news is not quite as headline-y as usual, but I do have some stories for you. How about this one? This is from the Associated Press. A headline. Plane carrying marijuana crashes near San Diego. San Diego, from the Associated Press. Authorities say an ultralight aircraft carrying about 250 pounds of marijuana has crashed in the mountains of east of San Diego, but there's no sign of the pilot. You're telling me that he didn't stick around in a... Weird. The downed plane was discovered Friday morning by U.S. Customs and Border Protection during a routine air patrol. A team of federal agents picked through the wreckage in the remote Laguna Mountains, found a helmet, gloves, and other gear. There was also a pair of footprints leading away from the crash site. Because there was no sign of blood, authorities believe the pilot walked away unscathed. The marijuana was removed from the craft. Mike Carney of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, I'm sure that should say agency, says agents are pursuing all leads. This is my favorite part of this story. Agents are pursuing all leads related to this drug smuggling incident.
This is some bullshit.
Fire off, would you?
A U.S. citizen can't fly his leather-than aircraft vessel across state lines carrying 250 pounds.
No. Hold on. I want to just... It wasn't a lighter than air vessel. It was an ultralight aircraft.
It wasn't a dirigible.
What it basically looks like is a moped attached to a hang glider.
I'm familiar with them. I said the wrong words.
I just wanted to be clear. It wasn't a dirigible or a hot air balloon or anything like that. It was a moped with a hang glider frame attached to it.
If a man wants to take a leisurely glide, cross state lines...
Do you think it crashed because it had a dude and 250 pounds of pot on it?
Yes, that's why I think it crashed. And
How did it even take off?
I think he caught some wind he wasn't prepared for with the weight of that much weed.
Yeah.
And it just took him down.
What really chaps my ass about this story...
if your ass is chapped, dude, you really want to take care of it. That's got to be rough.
I've been running a lot. It is rough. Customs Enforcement says agents are pursuing all leads related to the drug smuggling incident. They're throwing our money away, Cory. They're taking our money and paying agents to chase down fucking pot that fell out of the sky in a state with medicinal marijuana all over the place. Which... borders, I think, 2 states where it's completely fucking legal. Is that right? Is my geography correct? Colorado and Washington, they both...
I'm pretty sure.
...border California.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. My geography's not spot on either,
They're
but I'm pretty sure that that's the case.
They're taking our money out of our paychecks without even letting us hand it to them. We don't even have the option to be like, stop doing that. And then they're using it for the most retarded things. It's fucking pot. Pot.
It's 250 pounds of pot.
It's not even that much pot.
No
I mean,
pot
like,
at all.
not for nothing. 250 pounds of pot that's an amount of pot.
It wouldn't fill a truck bed.
Yeah, that's not a lot. I mean, it's just not in volume. Stop wasting our money.
A dispensary's got to go through 250 pounds of pot a week.
Oh, God. I should think so. I don't know, but I should think that it's at least that. Fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
That was cute.
This story makes me angry, dude. I don't like it.
I got a feel-good story.
Oh, okay. I had another drug-related story.
Oh, let's go drug-related. No. Let's go drug-related.
Moving across the pond, report also from the Associated Press.
Excuse me. Which pond?
Not the one close to San Diego.
Oh, okay, so the really big one?
The Atlantic is the smaller of two oceans.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
Okay.
Report. Germans seize cocaine addressed to Vatican. Bum, bum, bum. Berlin. The drug haul was unremarkable, but the destination raised eyebrows. German weekly Bild am Sonntag, got a nice ring to it, reported Sunday that custom officials intercepted a cocaine shipment destined for the Vatican in January. Officers at Leipzig Airport found 340 grams, that's 12 ounces, of the drug packed into 14 condoms. Now, I wasn't sure what 340 grams was or 12 ounces, but I know how big 14 condoms is.
I mean, whoa.
I can guess at what they look like when they're stuffed full of coke.
Remember, Stace, these ones are rolled all the way down.
No, I understand that they're like completely filled out, but they're European too, so they're going to be a little smaller.
All right, fair enough.
Officers at Leipzig Airport found 340 grams of the drug packed into 14 condoms inside a shipment of cushions coming from South America. The paper says the package was simply addressed to the Vatican Postal Office, meaning any of the Catholic mini-state's 800 residents could have picked it up. Citing a German customs report, the paper adds that a sting operation arranged with Vatican police didn't lure a possible recipient. That's because Catholic priests can smell a sting a mile away. The drugs would have...
I was going to go for Catholic... I was going to pick on your string and go with a Catholic priests don't like anything with the string hanging out of it.
That's fine, too. Boy, you can get away with a lot when you're talking about Catholic priests. I feel a little guilty about it. The drugs would have a street value of several tens of thousand euros, which is about several tens of thousands of dollars. Neither German customs nor the Vatican could be immediately reached for comment. I called them.
I wonder why.
They didn't return my call.
Really?
Can you believe that?
Did you tell them we're from the press?
I told them. I said, I'm from AirWreckRadio. You can't not answer the phone, but unfortunately the phone continued to ring.
So,
Coke at the Vatican and pot in California. Oh, God, Cory, what is the world coming to?
If you found out it was because Pope Francis was planning to, throw a little bit something to the Cardinals, tighten everybody up.
I thought drugs were a problem for black poor people.
Not cocaine.
Their culture is spreading.
Cocaine does not seem, at least in this country, cocaine does not seem to be a problem for poor black people.
No.
It seems to be a problem with white people with too much fucking money.
I'm reading a book about this right now. Actually, it's a problem for the people it's a problem with, and for most of the people who use it, it's not a problem at all. 90% of people report no trouble caused by their occasional cocaine
recreational use.
Yeah. Most people do not become addicted, but we don't see that. That number is not given to us in the commercials about your brain on drugs.
I know a lot of people that use cocaine recreationally, and I wouldn't call them cokeheads.
It's kind of like this. I have a couple of statistics for you.
This is fun.
Which are not related to cocaine. I'm going to make an analogy with drunk driving. Mm-hmm. Your odds of dying in a car crash are 1 in 84. 1 in 84 Americans will die in a car crash. Of that 1 in 84, 1/3 of them will die in a car crash where one of the drivers was drunk. Now, that statistic sounds ominous, but which one of the drivers was drunk? What's drunk? That's not mentioned. And what's also not mentioned is how many people didn't die in car accidents. Like,
how many people drove home drunk and didn't kill anybody?
Right. How many drunks are out on the street and do not get into an accident at all? And what is drunk? What is it? It's 0.06 now.
Is it?
I heard we went Canadian on that shit.
Whoa, that's one fucking beer.
It is one fucking beer. For you.
Yeah, for me.
Or me. That's fucking horse shit.
Whoops.
And those statistics, those scary statistics they throw down your throat. 1 in 3 people killed in a car crash is killed in an accident involving a drunk driver. Well, that could be the person killed or the other person.
There also is a fair amount of times where the crash would have happened
Right.
anyway.
Right, and the other person just blew .08.
happened to have a beer before they left.
Right. I mean, and that's
Now,
the
this
thing.
is
What
not every
constitutes
case.
drunk?
And if you get behind the wheel with a .12 or a .36 and you smash into somebody, should you be held liable for that? Yes. Because it was irresponsible and illegal behavior.
Yeah, but if you make it home,
but if you make it home, you're fine because
Yeah.
you didn't break any. Now, I'd be even willing to argue if you sway into the other lane or you run a red light or you break some other kind of traffic law, then that's a problem.
yeah.
And then
That
you
is-
get busted, and then you were drinking and driving. I could see where they could make a correlation there.
I
I-
could give you that if you take away roadblocks.
If you took away the check stop.
If you took away roadblocks and only popped people who didn't use a turn signal,
gave you probable cause to pull them over.
yeah, okay, then I guess I could be all right with that. But this wholesale pulling people over, it makes criminals out of common people.
So there are
And once
drug
you're a
laws.
criminal, that was the analogy I was making. Once you're a criminal, it's much easier to stay a criminal than it is to not stay a criminal because now let's say you got a felony DWI. Well, your employment prospects just went down the fucking shitter, and you can't vote to try to change that.
Yeah, no, sure can't.
Your fucking opinion is moot, and you were affected by a law that is criminal. Criminal the way this law affects people.
I know a guy with a blow lock, and he can't warm his car up in the morning because if he lets it idle for more than 10 minutes, it binds him.
That's fucking. Oh, I hate those things. Oh, if they used him responsible for hardcore drunks. Okay.
If this is your third DWI, guess what, pal? We're tired of your bullshit. Your car is a thing, and you're paying for it.
If this is your first DWI and you blew a .16,
give me $250 and have a nice day.
no, I'm saying
willing,
if you're fucking wasted, if you're all wasty pants coming home and you get popped,
1.6?
yeah.
Oh, I think it said 0.6.
No. .16.
0.6. I was like
No.
$250 and have a
If
nice
you're all
day.
fucked up and they get you once, I could be on board with, all right, you need a breathalyzer. But you're not going to lose your fucking license. Knock that shit off. Stop taking people's licenses. People got to work. When you make it so that people can't go to work, that hurts everybody. Because when poverty comes to them, guess who has to pay for that? Everybody else.
Me and you.
Everybody else. You know who's so hard up for this fucking ridiculous DWI law? Insurance
The liberals.
companies. Insurance companies are all about it. You know why? Because they got to pay out. Also, the car insurance companies, you think they're not in with the health insurance companies? If you quit drinking, if people drink less, health insurance cost goes down to the insurance company. You think that reflects back down to the people? No. So their profit margins increase. DWI law is influenced by so many disgusting factors. It is one beautiful example of how fucking ugly our current political system is. Legislative system.
Can I ask you a blunt behind the scenes kind of question?
Sure.
How much time did that did they eat up for us?
I don't have a clue. I don't have it up.
You don't have it up?
No.
All right.
Why did I rant? Was that ranty?
It was a little ranty.
Good.
It was a little ranty.
Good. You know what? I had something to fucking say.
I know you did. I just sat here and watched you say it. But we were talking about cocaine.
Coke in the Vatican, yeah. Yeah.
And you were just going to use drunk driving as an analogy, not a diatribe.
No, it was both. Our drug laws, including our drunk driving laws, are retarded. They are absolutely immature.
They make
They're
criminals out of normal people.
They're full of misinformation and propaganda that was just put down by politicians seeking easy answers 20 years ago. And those easy answers have something like 25% of the African American population in jail. And it's absurd. It's absurd. That number might be wrong. It might be something like 25% of the jail population is African, even though Africans only make 11% of the total population. I don't know.
No. The one number out of that I do know is that African Americans make up 80% of our jail.
That's right. It is more than 25. That is a little low. And most of them are there for nonviolent offenses. Most of them are there for drugs.
Usually for peddling drugs.
Yeah. For peddling drugs. The one job that's available to people in the city.
Yeah.
What are you going to go? Are you going to put on you're going to put on some shit-ass uniform, go work at McDonald's? Listen, folks, if you work at McDonald's, I don't mean this as an offense to you. Good for you. Everybody's got to have a job. But
we follow what you're saying.
When you're starting out in walking distance and there's not a McDonald's in walking distance, you don't want to take the bus, whatever. You really don't want to put on that shirt and tout around to some white guy. I get that too. The prospects of moving up at a place like McDonald's, not terrific.
No,
they're not terrific. The prospects of moving up in drug dealing, not terrific, but at least you can see a way to it.
There's a direct correlation between how much you're willing to work and how much you can make.
Right. So when you look at
but as you do that, the risk goes up as well.
If you look at it as a employment prospect, it's not that difficult to understand why so many people choose it over going to legitimate, quote-unquote, legitimate jobs. Fuck. You get to make your own hours when you deal drugs.
And for the most part, it's consenting adults that are taking part in the purchasing of the drugs.
Right.
For the most part. Or some dumb teenagers buying a dime bag of friggin' shitty pot.
Most drug dealers never have to deal with any kind of violence.
Because people want their product.
When you hear about it, what you're hearing is the rare exception. But because our minds work to be pessimistic about that kind of thing, when you hear something, you think it happens all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Although it doesn't. You just never hear about all the times it doesn't happen. You don't hear about the times things went right. The news isn't full of shit went right today.
Everything was wonderful today. Carry on about your business, citizens.
Oh, God. You know how creepy it would be if you did hear that on the news? Continue smiling, citizens. Everything is just hunky-dory.
This has just been the Happy Pants Fun Hour right here, I tell you what.
Yeah, these are the kind of news stories I had tonight.
I'm going to move right on along to the next feel-good story of the night.
Oh, Kidok?
Guinea.
Is that a racial epitaph?
Ebola outbreak spreads to capital of Guinea.
New Guinea? Old Guinea.
Clearly Old Guinea. The Republic of Guinea.
Oh.
Okay. An Ebola epidemic that has already killed dozens of people in Guinea's southern forest.
Wait, dozens of people and guineas? I like a news story that makes that definition. I'm just kidding, Dagos. You know I love you.
Where's Dago? The people in Guinea's southern forest. It has spread to the capital, Conakry. The United Nations Children's Agency has informed. Who was it? Somebody important. The EPA.
Oh, the Environmental Protection Agency. Yeah, they're doing a great job of ignoring the fact that we're about to start spraying Agent Orange on our crops. I'm sorry. I could go off about that, too.
At least 59 out of 80 people who have contracted the Ebola in the West African country have died. UNICEF said that the virus has spread quickly from the communities of words I cannot pronounce, places I've never going,
Lake, and Ikalahuku.
Without any vowels. To the
really
the capital. The health ministry said that 80 cases. Okay, so Ebola.
You're really making this story interesting when you go. Whatever.
Ebola fucking some shit up on another continent.
What is Ebola? That's a food virus?
Yes, it's a food virus.
Is that E. coli?
No, that's E. coli. No, Ebola is just a badass virus.
Yeah, I think that's a pathological human virus. I think.
Don't know anything about viruses.
Oh, God
damn it, Cory! What are you doing? Well, that was just my feel-good story. There's people dying of Ebola.
That made me feel great. Yeah. You know what will make you feel great? The fact that thanks to flexible plastics, they're making flexible circuit boards now. You've seen, I'm sure, the Samsung Flex, I think it might be. I don't know. A cell phone company has a phone that's bent now, so that it fits in your pants pocket better. And soon they will be bendable. You'll be rolling them up like tiny little Jewish tablets.
10 little Jewish tablets. That's pretty good. Have you been waiting to use that line?
No, that's what they like scrolls,
Yeah,
like
I
the
got
Dead Sea Scrolls, like
I got
the Jews
the
used.
jokes, but that was cute.
Okay, well, you're welcome.
The tiny little Jewish tablets.
But in the meantime, these flexible plastics and flexible circuit boards are also allowing them to make heart little tattoos. They're called electronic tattoos. Only they're not like, it's not like a ink and a needle tattoo. It's like this little thin piece of plastic with a circuit on it, and they can put it right on your heart, and it'll run off the power your heart makes when it beats to make a pacemaker, so that you don't have to wear an external battery or have an internal, like a surgery every 10 years to have that battery replaced.
Less invasive.
Considerably. Like one surgery and you're good. Your pacemaker's on. It's running off of your heart's own power. Are you quite done with your poking at your screen right there? You're really not helping along with this story at all.
Panicking.
Thank God your computer's not recording this anymore.
I'm panicking. It won't let me go to my next story.
All right, well, Cory, while you try to figure out where your story is, why don't we take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk about whatever it was that you were trying to talk about. How's that sound?
Sounds like a wonderful plan.
All right,
to me.
folks, stick through the break. We're going to hear a quick word about the Podfest because we have fun little advertisements. Here they come.
ROC Podfest 2014 at the Record Archive, March 28th and 29th. Free admission, live local podcasts from 6 to 8 p.m. Special musical guests 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. For more information, visit the website rocpodcasts.com.
Thank you for sitting through the break and listening to a word from our ROC Podfest podfather, Benny Paulino. We were in the middle of headline news when we decided to take a little, what's the word?
Break.
A wee break.
Yeah, it was more like Cory can't find his fucking news story, so rather than hear me fumble about trying to carry a story that was relying heavily on some counter content, we took a break, and now we're back. And Cory, I believe you have a monkey on your back.
I'm going to do this. Can I do this local news style?
You can do it however you
I'm
like.
going to do this local news teaser style. Ready? A dangerous new form of powerful stimulant is hitting the markets nationwide. For sale by the vial, the gallon, or even the barrel, you can find it in your neighborhood too.
Oh, I'm scared now. What is it?
News at 11.
Oh, I can't wait till 11. Thank God this is a podcast, and I can just listen to it whenever I want.
The drug is nicotine.
Nicotine? Wait.
Potent liquid form.
Yeah, liquid nicotine. Put it in a Mountain Dew cup and slurp it up.
Extracted from tobacco with a cocktail of flavorings and colorings and assorted chemicals to feed the vast growing electronic cigarette industry.
I think you're saying that word wrong. It's chemicals.
Oh, chemicals.
Chemicals.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
I was.
I don't want you to sound stupid, man. I
No,
just looked
fair
it up.
enough. I was scanning the paragraph wildly when you said that. I was like, what did I mispronounce? I skipped the word I couldn't pronounce.
E-cigarettes. We're talking about e-cigarettes now.
A
new drug.
Okay, let me move a little bit more through the story before I start.
Okay.
These, and I use the quotes liberally, e-liquids are the key ingredient in e-cigarettes.
E-liquids are what keeps my keyboard from working up properly.
Yeah, buddy. Are powerful neurotoxins. Tiny amounts, whether ingested or absorbed through the skin, can cause vomiting and seizures and even be lethal. A teaspoon, even highly diluted e-liquid, can kill a small child.
This story is retarded, Cory. It makes me angry already.
I want to stop here and point out that this is not the same. Me and you both quit smoking cigarettes by using e-cigarettes that you buy at the gas station.
Yeah.
With disposable filters.
Yeah.
With the You can't change the dosage. You
Yeah,
can't
you're
change
talking.
the flavors.
What you're talking about is those crack kits.
Vaporizers.
Yeah.
They're vaporizers.
Yeah.
And they're vaporizing nicotine fluid. It's not the same thing that we.
Well, it works on the same principle, but you can't. It's like made to not stink, or you can't change. Like you said, you can't change the dosage amount or anything like that. It's static.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't fill it yourself with this super concentrated freaking liquid.
Much more that way of doing it is much more green.
I guess, yeah, that's a good argument. But like, if you said to me that liquid, or that tobacco liquid, could kill a kid, I'd be like, well, okay.
Well, all right, yeah. If they drank a cup of it, sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If they say you eat it,
so could coolant, and that's in my garage too. I mean,
oh well, yeah, it's just a point.
Somebody left some of that stuff here. There's some around here. We could do an experiment.
All right, whose kid are we killing?
I think we'll use a puppy.
No, we're not using a puppy.
Lab rats?
Let's use a small, white, fluffy, barky dog.
Yeah. Let's do some science on a dog.
But no, it's science. We got to do it on a baby. Science hates babies.
I don't believe that for a second.
All right. I'm so listen, all right? I'm so fucking annoyed.
It was really loud in my ears.
With those vaporizers. The turn it up, crank it up to I'm going to put cotton candy friggin' death fluid in my vaporizer. I'm going to crank it up to a gajillion watts.
Yeah.
I'm going to suck it, and then I'm going to blow it directly in your fucking face because I claim it's still water vapor.
Even if it's not directly in my face, that shit fucking stinks, homeboy, and you look tacky as fuck sitting at the bar.
And it fills the room if there's 3 of you doing it.
And you're at a bar. Go the fuck outside. Go the fuck outside. Do we really need lawmakers to tell us to go the fuck outside, or can we just be nice adults?
The point of the freaking e-cigarette, like half the point, and I still went outside, but half the point of the e-cigarette was it didn't interrupt anybody else. It didn't disturb anybody else. It wasn't in anybody else's way. It didn't give them cancer. They couldn't smell it. They couldn't feel it. They couldn't see it. This thing, you get 3-4 people in a room that are doing it, it fills the room with smoke.
Yeah, disgusting cotton candy smelling smoke.
Fruity Pebbles friggin' smoke.
Wafting off a bunch of fat white guys sitting at the end of the bar.
And I quit smoking, like I quit using the e-cigarette. I quit. Done.
Yeah.
0 nicotine. 0.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I don't want to smell it. I don't want to inhale it. You cranked it up to 4 volts, and the cloud's so thick you can't see through it. It looks like a bong hit. You can't tell me there's not nicotine in the fucking air I'm breathing now. You can't tell me your body absorbed every drop of nicotine and there's no nicotine in the smoke that you just blew out. Because that's not vapor, that's smoke.
I could tell you that, but that would really just clarify in your mind the fact that I had no fucking idea what I was talking about.
0. And now I got to fucking breathe in your nicotine, you fuckhole.
Yeah, uppity, inconsiderate fucks out there. Listen, e-cigarettes are an awesome product. Let's not... Am I still okay? Good. Let's not be a bunch of fucking dickheads about it. Let's maintain some civility. Go the fuck outside. Nobody Listen, if there's one thing we can learn from the recent past, it's that it turns out bars that aren't full of fucking smoke are better.
I agree with you. And when I smoked, I agreed with that. And you know that. I said it all the time.
Yeah.
Rooms that aren't filled with smoke are better. Even when you smoke, there's no question.
Yo, I got pissed off at a smoker today. I got pissed off at a smoker. You remember, did you ever run into the guy with the caravan that frequents the gas station near the dealership, and he parks in front of a pump, like he parks like he's getting gas, but he ain't getting gas. He's just going to stand out and fuck around with his cell phone and smoke a cigarette in front of the door?
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about the guy with the Colorado and the curly hair.
No, not that fucking asshole, but he's a different... him too, but no. This dude is there 3 times a day, I think, at least, and he parks his van at a pump, stands in front of one of the gas station doors. Yeah.
I know who you're talking about now.
And he fucking stands in front of the gas station doors and smokes a cigarette and pokes around at his cell phone while he smokes his cigarette. He ain't even there doing no fucking business. He's just there to smoke and poke at his cigarette and park in front of a gas pump.
And talk to the gas ladies.
Absolutely fucking prick bullshit behavior. Hey, homie. This gas station's only got 4 fucking pumps, dick. You're not even getting gas. You don't... what possible motivation is there for you to park at a pump? It's not any easier to park at a pump. It's not.
No, sure.
It's just not.
You can just pull right up there. Nobody's going to say anything to you.
What is it about smoking your fucking nasty, dank-smelling cigarette in front of the door that makes you think people like me?
And it's, I guess it's starting with people our age and younger are the ones that are entitled. Remember that. They say 15 through 35.
Yeah, this dude's older than both of us.
Uh-huh. But we're the ones, and our generation below us. I don't think so much us, but the generation below us are super
I
entitled.
see what you're saying. Yeah, no, this is a complete act
That's
of entitlement
entitlement.
behavior. It's just so completely thoughtless and like. I don't mean to vilify a motherfucker over some stupid little thoughtless act, but
If it were
seriously,
one
dude,
thoughtless act that you just
this is a regular daily event for this guy's. Every day of this guy's life, he parks at the gas station in front of a pump, gets out of his van, stands in front of the door, smokes a whole fucking cigarette or two while he sits and fucking talks or pokes at his phone. You're not impressing anybody with your shitbox fucking caravan. Hey, by the way, pal, I got an idea. Smoke 2 of those fucking cigarettes and get the fuck out of my way.
Well, and it turns out with these friggin' e-cigarette vaporizers that the people are cranking up the voltage on them.
I'm sorry. I'm ranty tonight.
I know, I noticed. I just kind of pulled it back a little bit. People are turning up the voltage on them, and they're sucking them down, and they're getting way more nicotine than a regular cigarette has.
Yeah.
And they're overdosing on nicotine.
Oh, my God. What's that like? How gross does that feel?
Vomiting, dizziness, and potential death.
I don't like any of those things. I mean, but what can you define? Here's what I was talking about earlier. Define potential death, because as far as I'm aware, we're all gonna die. Life is terminal.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty. We're not gonna sit here and pick nits that.
I want to pick that nit.
No, nicotine. Well,
I don't expect
stimulant,
you to
right?
know the answer. I don't expect you to know the answer, but I do want to pick that nick.
No,
it is part of thinking critically about this kind of story. Is
You're missing my point.
When the source, let me just for a second. When the source says, "and possibly death," death isn't a possibility; it's an inevitability. That's something you can write and have nothing to back it up. That's all I wanted to say. Please.
Okay. My point of picking nits wasn't that we're not going to pick the nits that nicotine is a stimulant, right?
No,
we're going to
no, absolutely not. No, that's for sure. Yeah, no, it's a
well, get a bunch of that. I'm sure your heart goes boop, 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 boop.
It's a drug, and like all drugs, it has narcotic effects.
And if you take too much of it, it's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you eat a pound of salt, you're dead. So
right.
That's also true.
Right. Some people can't eat peanuts.
Also true.
Yeah.
So basically, the moral of the story here is they're going to take those these trendy friggin' vaporizer cigarettes. They're going to take them away. They're going to be gone, and that they're going to take those ones away too. The blues, the Enjoys. The
thanks for ruining it for everybody, assholes. But even more than that,
real cigarettes still legal.
Yeah, even more bigger assholes. That's proper grammar, right? More bigger assholes.
I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
How about legislators? Hey, legislators, isn't there anything more important we could be doing right now?
Well, 17 people die from an e-cigarette and it gets outlawed. Millions of people die every day from cigarettes. Well, not every day. Millions of people a year, or thousands of people a year, hundreds of thousands of people a year.
How about this?
Of cigarettes,
How about
they're
this?
perfectly legal.
How about this? My body's mine.
Ah, there you go.
It's mine. And what I want to do with it, that's my business. How about this, legislators? How about our fucking graduation rates are abysmal? How about we do something about that? How about we do something about the fucking disparity of wealth going on in this country? No, fuck that. Let's worry about cigarettes, because we can get out there when we're campaigning and show that we made illegal cigarettes or electronic cigarettes illegal, and that was good action because everybody knows nicotine's bad for you. Well, poverty's bad for you too. Do something about that, you fucking pricks.
You sound like a communist.
I am so fucking angry about some stuff lately.
A ranty communist.
The more I learn, Cory, the more I learn.
I understand. That's why I've been doing a lot of astrology stuff.
Astrology?
Yeah.
Do you mean astronomy?
No, astrology stuff.
Oh.
It's fun.
Voodoo?
Yes, voodoo.
Oh.
That's why I've been learning. I've been learning the social patterns of why it's important to people to have something like that.
Hey, man, anything you can know is worth knowing.
It's the sociology behind them is very interesting.
Hey, there's stuff to
sometime.
learn there. I know a little bit about astrology. I don't know a bunch. I haven't
the
spent
sociology
a lot of time.
behind astrology is very interesting.
I haven't spent a lot of time on it, but I'm aware of it.
It's cult behavior by the masses. It's amazing.
Everything's cult behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You know why you feel like you have to drive? Because you're in the cult of America, where everybody who's anybody drives.
I also live like several miles away from you.
Yeah, you could take a bicycle. You could bicycle that distance. People in Kenya do it all the time.
Well,
they don't even
I'm
have
not in the
bicycles,
winter.
and they do it.
I have.
They do it without even having winter, Corey, you pussy.
I have winter.
They have lions. You have fucking snow.
I
don't know if they're lions in Kenya.
I also have the access to a vehicle. So fuck you. How's that one change it?
I'm just saying. I don't know what I'm saying. I was just saying.
I don't know what you're saying either.
Cult behavior is another one of those terms, like possibility of death. It's all that us versus them stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I'm all dried up.
Me too.
I'm all dried up like a prune.
All right. Well, folks, this has been your fabulous episode of AirWreck Radio, and I do mean fabulous. This has been a particularly...
I've enjoed this episode.
I have enjoyed making this episode. Uncle Fran's band was terrific.
Yeah.
Next time when we talk to them after we finished up with them, we talked. We're going to have them back on again, and we're going to talk about personality stuff.
Yeah, in a more casual kind of...
Yeah, we're going to have... the thing is when you meet a band, you have to do the tell us about your band thing and this and that, but when they come back...
We have a song for that.
We like to have them... and just
part of
share
the show.
opinions. Yeah, exactly. Just be part of the show proper. So we hope you enjoyed your stay here with AirWreck Radio, and we do encourage y'all to come on back again. And please remember, Podfest this weekend at the Record Archive. That's off of East Ave by 490 by Winton. You can't miss
33 and a third Rockwood Street.
For
Rockwood
fuck's
Road.
sake. Look it up. It's the Record Archive. GPS that. It'll come up. Promise. Used it this weekend. We will see you Friday and Saturday. And if we don't see you there, you'll hear us next week. Same AirWreck time, same AirWreck place.
It's late in the afternoon. The sun rising high. There's nothing to do around here. And if there was, well, I wouldn't try. Taking my comforts, taking good care of me. Sitting down in my easy chair, taking a sip of my sassafras tea. Now wouldn't you know it, there goes the phone again. It's probably just another wrong number, but someone tried to sell me something I can't even see. Well, I got the solution, how to deal with this insanity. Just sit down in my easy chair and take a big sip of my sassafras tea. Getting near evening, the sun going down. I guess I should shake a leg, climb in my car and roll downtown. Check out the city lights, all decked out in a tux and a tie. But I'm sitting in my easy chair, taking a sip of my sassafras tea. He got the willies and the worries on his mind, and the weight of the world putting pressure on his spine. Well, I got the solution, I know how to set him free. Set him down in my easy chair and give him a sip of my sassafras tea.